Episode 1.
When rivers meet, they do not argue, they remember. Proverb of the Twin Kingdoms. Long ago, when kings still walked among mortals and rivers carried the songs of spirits, two ancient kingdoms rose like giants beneath the sun. The Akan, of golden forests and skyward drums. The Igbo, of red clay hills and whispering ancestors. It was the season of great rains when thunder cracked like ancestral drums and the world stained with life. That was when Prince Obinna, son of mighty Eze journeyed west with his father through forest and fog to seal a fragile peace. Their destination, the palace of Nana Aseko Tene, Lion of the Akan, a king whose voice could still storms and stir gods. Obinna walked with pride of lineage. Tall, sharp-eyed, every step a declaration. Women whispered. Elders watched. Even the wind seemed to pause, but not even a prince cannot walk fate. A meeting by the river. On the third day, while elders argued over salt and cattle, Obinna slipped away. The forest beckoned. The leaves rustled like old women gossiping. And then laughter. By the sacred river Asuogya, she stood, Adoma, barefoot, beaded, balancing a clay pot, smiling without fear. Obinna stepped closer, heart stirred by something deeper than beauty, something older than either of their names. Their eyes met. The river paused, and something passed between them. Silent, sacred, and sure. They did not speak of thrones. She did not say she was a princess. Secrets in the moonlight. They met again and again under mango trees, by fireflies, between moon and mist. They spoke of dreams, of rivers that talked, of ancestors who walked in the wind. Obinna told stories of the red Igbo hills. Adoma laughed and said she dreamed of flying. They touched like people who had known each other in another life. But as the rains slowed and his time in Akan land ended, Obinna left her with only a promise.
I will return.
He held her like a vow, but behind his words, he hid truth. He did not tell her of Urena, his wife who ruled his home like a queen of stone. Nor of Nana, his sister, who guarded the family name like a blade. The river knew, but the river did not speak. The seed of shame. When the mangoes ripened, Adoma's belly began to swell. The palace of Nana Aseko Tene fell into stillness. A princess, pregnant, unwed. Not just shame, but spiritual disorder. The drums stopped. The queen mother veiled her face. The priest called for exile. But then, beneath the moon, the high priest of their comfy shrine lifted his staff and declared,
"Silence your tongues. The river has spoken. This child shall rise between earth and sky. He will wear the breath of two nations. He will rule not by sword, but by spirit. He will be called the crown of the two rivers."
Nana Aseko Tene, torn between fury and prophecy, sent word eastward.
Your son has lit a fire in my house. He must return to quench it with Anna or peace shall burn.
The marriage command. Far away in the place of the Igbo, Eze received the message. He called Obinna. There was no argument, no denial. The prince bowed in silence. A marriage was arranged not as celebration, but as correction. Obinna returned to Akan land, not as lover, but as repair. Adoma was given in marriage. There was no music, no dance, only silence thick enough to swallow joy. She crossed the border into Igbo land not as bride, but as burden. The birth of Zikora. Urena greeted her with smiles made of venom. "Welcome," she said. "But here we drink from stone." Inenna offered her cold water. "You will never be one of us," she whispered. The palace watched her with suspicion. Obinna said little. Shame clung to him like dust. But in the quiet of a forgotten heart behind the palace under a waning moon, Adoma gave birth. When the priest reached for the calabash to name him, the wind rose and shattered it.
He has been named already. Zikora, let the world see.
The priest declared. His cry was fire. His eyes held storm. The old midwife whispered, "The one who walks with spirits." They say the river Asuogya remembers the day they met. If you go at dusk and the wind is right, you might hear it murmur. Zikora, son of water and flame, child of two crowns, the world is yet to know your name.